The first topic I'd like to talk about in this presentation is in general how people learn. What does pedagogical research tell us about how people learn best? So there's two parts to this section of the presentation. The first is general principles of learning, which applies to everyone and to creating an environment which is conducive to learning. The second part of this section is on adult learning. So what makes teaching adults different from teaching young adults or children? I'd like to emphasize the fact that learning is a process that leads to change, behavioral change, and behavior change can lead to process change, operational change, and overall business change. Thinking about it that way, that means that change needs to be managed in some way. Because people are apprehensive of change for a number of reasons. A lack of confidence in their abilities, the rationale hasn't been explained well, or because they're just unwilling to change. Therefore, there's a motivational gap which we need to address. We're not going to be focusing on change management, but we will explore motivation and how to get people to support the learning project. One of the biggest myths in education is learning styles, that people learn in a specific way. People perhaps have strategies and preferences to learning, but that won't necessarily lead to more efficient learning. On the other hand, there isn't one universal approach to learning or teaching that's better than others. And that's why the best approach is a combination of approaches in terms of media and techniques, such as collaborative, people working together, problem solving, using realistic scenarios, experiential, with hands-on practical exercises used. You then evaluate this approach or combination of techniques based on your own situation, business context, individual or organizational goals, and environmental, time, budget, or technological limitations. A key point here is that a trainer is a designer, someone who brings different elements together, tries out different approaches, and revises their technique and media use based on feedback. It's an iterative process to streamline the training and achieve the intended goal.